it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is Sunday, so it means it is Sketch Sunday time. Now, the Sketch Sunday crew and I have got together. We have picked out some sketches for this month, and I decided to make one again, so I really am enjoying that. I made a 12 by 12 sketch because that's mostly what we do. But I am going to turn it into an 8.5 by 11 because I am working on my travel album. So it's very easy sketch to shrink, probably an easy sketch to expand to. You would just have a ton of white space. So if that works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. So the background piece of paper is kind of a tone on tone in the sketch. So it has like little hash marks or a grid. Just kidding, it's a grid. And so I am going to take this yellow piece of paper that has yellow on yellow stripes. So that is going to be my background. And then I'm actually going to love the layers of paper that are in this sketch. So you have kind of a plaid with floral and another kind of tone on tone paper. So I actually dug through the Splendid collection and pulled out papers that represented all of those. So I am going to go ahead and layer up my pieces. It's definitely an L-shaped design. I'm going to trim down my photo, and then the sketch calls for a tag. So I have this really big tag. I'm actually, instead of putting it on the side of my photo for the journaling, I'm actually going to put it in the back of my photo. So first I am going to map my photo on some white tissue paper. I am definitely back in the mode of that. This time I'm going to tear it, which kind of works good, but kind of doesn't. So you kind of have to give yourself a little more leeway than I did. So two edges are kind of big and torn, and one is kind of torn, and now that I'm looking at it, I didn't even tear the bottom. So there is that. Now I decided that the pieces needed a little bit of definition from each other. So I am taking the Saltwater Taffy Distress Oxide and inking all of the edges. And then the sketch does call for some stitching. And so I spent, half the day fixing my sewing machine. I was like, do I fix it? Do I not fix it? I'm like, this is my sketch and it calls for sewing, which sometimes I just use my stamps, and that's probably the most stamping that I do is with that stitch stamp. Or in my Bible journaling, I do use stamps in there, but not a ton of stamps in my scrapbooking. So I've got everything adhered down with the sewing, and now it's time to do a little embellishing. So in the sketch, there's just a little floral embellishment cluster down there at the bottom, and then the title sits on the right-hand side of the L shape. So I have a Bramble Fox perspective that says Friends, and then I pulled a puffy sticker that says Sweet. So my title is going to be Sweet Friends. And then I'm digging into these florals here, and I have not used my chipboard yet. So I really pulled it out to see if there was anything that I could get on here. I do get a floral as well as a piece that says homemade. The colors are perfect. We are having margaritas, and somebody made them, so I figured that was good enough. I also put that cute little yellow teacup on there. We're not drinking out of teacups, but we have cups in the picture, and I figure that is good. Now, I did add some twine, and I tied it in a circle like you can see in the sketch instead of my normal. And then I do have 3 little dots for some sequins, but you know, I can never just do 3 little dots of sequins. So these are the Pink Poison sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm going to put them in 3 areas, and then they have these cute little like iridescent pink florals in there, and I'm going to use those as my butterfly sequin trails. So that is going to do it for my layout today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you use this sketch. Please tag me if you do. I would love to see what you make with it. And I can't wait to see what the girls have made with it. So down in the description box below will be everybody's link who is playing along. Oh, I added it to a 12 by 12 so you could see what it could look like. Remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye.